Hello, my name is Tricia with the City and County of Denver. In this video, I will provide an overview of when and why third-party data verification must be completed for buildings subject to the Energize Denver benchmarking and performance requirements. Then, I will give step-by-step instructions on the data verification process, outlining what third-party data verifiers will need to complete this process for a building. If you are a third-party data verifier, please watch our video titled Data Verification Process for Data Verifiers. There are two main reasons the City of Denver requires third-party data verification: energy efficiency target evaluation and target adjustments. To confirm that buildings are benchmarking with sufficient detail to receive an accurate final target, the Office of Climate Action, Sustainability, and Resiliency requires a third-party data verification of a benchmarking report 2 times. Once before the end of the 2026 benchmarking reporting year by June 1st, 2026, and once for the measurement period of the building's final target. To satisfy the first data verification requirement, data must be verified in the 2025 reporting year, verifying 2024 calendar year of data submitted in 2025, or the 2026 reporting year, verifying 2025 calendar year of data submitted in 2026, or if you have already performed third-party verification for a target adjustment, the 2025-2026 data verification requirement has already been satisfied, and you will not need to verify data again until your final target year. After completing this initial verification requirement, buildings are not required to complete another third-party data verification until the calendar year their final target year performance is being evaluated. For example, if your building's final target year is 2032, you would complete data verification of the 2032 data prior to turning in the benchmarking report by June 1st, 2033. Or if a timeline extension has been approved for your building, you would complete data verification just after your final target year. When a building submits a data verification checklist verifying data from calendar year 2024 or 2025, they will receive a standard target adjustment to their interim and final performance targets if the DVC shows they qualify for one. If the building wants to adjust its baseline year, they must submit a formal target adjustment request demonstrating they would like a new baseline. Data verification is also required for every type of standard target adjustment, but the type of standard target adjustment you apply for will determine which year of data needs to be verified. Standard target adjustment applications submitted for the following adjustment types must include data verification for the building's baseline year, gross floor area and square footage, and inaccurate data that affects the baseline. Standard target adjustment applications submitted for all other adjustment types must include data verification for the building's most recent reporting year. Before we get into the steps for the data verification process, I will give an overview of justifications for a target adjustment and requirements for proper data verification. Target adjustments are used to make a building's energy efficiency targets more accurate and reflective of its specific and unique characteristics. Target adjustments can be applied for if a building's characteristics include certain energy uses that cannot be excluded, such as heated swimming pools, parking, data centers, or longer than average daily operating hours. Target adjustments can also be used to correct data from previous benchmarking submissions if incorrect information was submitted, such as building use type changes, you used rentable square feet instead of gross floor area, or incorrect energy data. Target adjustments can also be submitted for any changes that have been made to the building, such as a change in use type or renovations that change the building's gross floor area. If you need coaching on possible changes to your benchmarking to get the right energy efficiency target, please reach out to the help desk. When benchmarking for target adjustments, it is important that your benchmarking report accounts for building details that would be eligible for a target adjustment, but whose energy use cannot be separated from whole building data. For example, if you are submitting a target adjustment for a swimming pool, you first need to add this use to your property and portfolio manager and then resubmit your benchmarking report before submitting your target adjustment application. Or if a target adjustment is being submitted for building details that were not included or incorrect in previous benchmarking reports, then those reports will have to be updated in Portfolio Manager and resubmitted to the city before the target adjustment can be processed. For example, if you are submitting a target adjustment for inaccurate energy data that affects the baseline, you will need to resubmit the benchmarking report for your approved baseline year and ensure that it matches the data being verified. The City of Denver requires that third-party data verification be performed by a professional with the following licenses, credentials, or certifications in good standing: professional engineer issued within the United States, registered architect issued within the United States, certified energy manager from the Association of Energy Engineers, building energy assessment professional from ASHRAE, energy management professional from Energy Management Association, and any other additional data verifier license or training program credentials recognized by the Office of Climate Action, Sustainability, and Resiliency posted on the website. So, who is not approved to perform a data verification? The building owner, employee of the building owner, and anyone designated by building ownership to complete benchmarking reporting. The person who benchmarks a building cannot be the person who completes the data verification. An exception to this rule can either be a licensed professional engineer or a registered architect that completed the benchmarking on behalf of the building can also complete third-party data verification. Now we will move into the step-by-step process of data verification for building owners. I will begin with an overview of the whole process, followed by more detailed information on each step. The building owner should contact a data verifier, either utilizing the directory of service providers or another source, and confirm they're able to complete the requirement. The building owner will connect with the data verifier and portfolio manager. The building owner then shares the property with the data verifier and portfolio manager. The building owner must gather and share information to support the data verification. The data verifier then confirms the benchmarking data, generates the data verification checklist inside Portfolio Manager, and signs the data verification checklist. After the data verification checklist is completed, the data verifier or building owner will submit the checklist in the Energize Denver Management Portal, which we'll go over in more detail. As the building owner, your first step is to connect your Energy Star Portfolio Manager account with the data verifier's account. Start by logging into your Portfolio Manager account and clicking on Contacts in the upper right-hand corner. Next, click on Add New Contacts/Connections. Search for the data verifier in the search bars, either using a name or email. Choose the data verifier from the search results and click Connect on the right-hand side. Once the request to connect is sent, the data verifier will have to accept the connection request to move the process forward. Once the two accounts have established a connection, the building owner can then share the property with the data verifier. To complete this step, start by clicking the Sharing tab in the upper left-hand corner of your Portfolio Manager account. Click on Share or Edit Access to a Property. Next, under Step 1, click on Select Properties to select the property to be shared for data verification. Under Step 2, click on the account name of the data verifier you are sharing the property with from your Portfolio Manager account. Under Step 3, choose the option Personalized Sharing and Exchange Data. Click Continue. Be sure to select Full Access for all property details. Once you confirm that you have granted full access, click on Share Property in the lower right-hand corner. You should then see a notification highlighted in green confirming that the property has been shared with the data verifier's account. In order for the data verifier to properly complete a data verification checklist, the building owner may need to produce necessary relevant documentation. This documentation can include a breakdown of floor area by space use type and the supporting documentation used to determine this breakdown. These can include blueprints, as-built drawings, or architectural plans. The latest rent rolls, utility metering and account information, including an aggregated meters list, if applicable. Aggregate meter list should include the meter numbers and service addresses. Copies of at least one utility bill for each fuel type, list of addresses or units within the property, online access to each utility service provider's whole building aggregation data via associated online portals, additional documentation relevant to renewable energy credits, power purchase agreements, backup generator usage, and electric vehicle charging. Once the previous steps have been completed, the data verifier can now begin their process of completing the data verification checklist. The data verifier will first check over benchmarking data and help to correct any errors or discrepancies in data points such as square footage, property types, and aggregated meter energy usage data. The data verifier will then complete the necessary steps to generate, sign, and complete the data verification checklist and enter their contact information in Portfolio Manager. After the data verification checklist is completed and signed, the data verifier or building owner will submit the checklist in the Energize Denver Management Portal. If the data verification was completed for a target adjustment, the data verification checklist PDF will be submitted with the target adjustment application. If data verification was completed for the requirement years of 2025 or 2026, or your building's final target year of 2032, the data verification checklist will be submitted within the data verification checklist requirement application inside the portal. In the Energize Denver Management Portal, you can find the form to submit your data verification checklist by navigating to the Actions column next to your building and clicking Forms. If you scroll down, you'll see the form for Data Verification Checklist Requirement Application and/or Standard Target Adjustment Application. We recommend identifying the responsible party for submitting the target adjustment or data verification application early in the process to ensure timely completion. For more detailed information on data verification, target adjustments, and energy benchmarking in general, additional resources are available on the Climate Action, Sustainability, and Resiliency website. Go to Energize Denver Hub and select Buildings 25,000 square feet or larger. You can then choose to review the benchmarking requirements page with access to information on data verification requirements, as well as the third-party data verification guide in a downloadable format. This concludes the presentation on data verification for building owners. If you have any questions about target adjustments, data verification, or any other aspect of the Energize Denver programs, please reach out to our help desk via email at energizedenver@denvergov.org or by phone at 844-536-4528. Thanks for watching.